Hello, everybody, and welcome to Leroy High School, the site of tonight's Section 5 boys basketball matchup between the Leroy Knights and the Cal Mum Raiders. My name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News, alongside my friend Nate Ryder.
Hello.
Here to take you through tonight's action. Should be a good one between two longtime rivals. Both teams come into this game with sectional championship aspirations. So looking forward to a competitive game here tonight. First and foremost, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with the scoreboard sponsor for tonight's game, Casella Waste. Casella, your number one service provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Are you looking for a residential pickup at your house, a dumpster or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella, your number one provider, and as always, putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 today for a quote. Also, Bubba's Landscape right here in Leroy. Bubba's has all your plowing needs. They do it all from landscaping to shoveling and salting. Set up your snow removal contract today for commercial and residential services. Bubba's Landscape, 585-768-6578. Also, Empire Tractor. We're here to help you grow. Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, is selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is also proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Check out their website, empiretractor.com, or visit in person right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds on Route 5 in Batavia. Also, Sweet Betty's Restaurant and Ice Cream Shop, serving lunch, dinner, homemade desserts, 30 flavors of Perry's ice cream, soft custard, and wine slushies. Check them out on their Facebook page for daily specials. Open every day except Tuesdays. Happy holidays from Sweet Betty's. Be sure to tune in later this week, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m., another LCAA matchup, Warsaw at Letchworth. The Tigers and Indians set to square off. That's Wednesday night. All right, once again, we'd like to welcome you to Leroy High School. My name is Alex Brasky. Nate Ryder alongside me for tonight's game. Nate, should be a good game between two talented teams led by two stars, Merritt Holly Jr. for Leroy and Kyle Wade for Cal Mum.
Well, yeah, Cal Mum's undefeated. Leroy's 3-1. The one loss was probably a game they should have won against Livonia. They were up late and lost. But, the key to this is, you got to think Wade and Holly are going to get theirs. But I'm interested to see what Coach Dickens does against Merritt Holly. I'm sure he's got something in mind, to take away the big sophomore. And for Leroy, the key is going to be what some of these other guys can do. Some of the role players, if you will. Finn Shelby, Mitch Hockey, the likes of them, John Penapeno, to see what they can do, because it's not going. Holly's not going to end up with 40 points this game. I'll guarantee you that right now. And we've seen Kyle Wade for about 4 years now, and you could try to take him away, but you're not going to. So I want to think that Coach Wyman's plan will be to take everybody else away and, kind of take his chances on what Wade can do. But either way, yeah, these are probably, if not the best two of the best players in the league, and, this should be fun.
Also on Cal Mum's roster, Scott Essig, who had a big game just a couple of days ago. I think 27 points in that Cal Mum win. So another talented player for Cal Mum. And on Leroy's side, Mitch Hockey, also a talented player for the night. So that will likely be the secondary scorers or perhaps the leading scorers tonight for each side. And
in hockey too, he's another 4-year varsity player. He played 2 years at Perry before his family moved here to Leroy. So, this is his 4th varsity season. I believe he started all 4 years. So, he's going to do a lot of the little things. He's going to have the assists, the steals, and whatnot. And, they're going to kind of rely, I think, on Finn Shelby maybe to score a little more than normal, and hockey a little bit. And, don't forget about Evan Ranowitz on the other side, too, a great shooter for Coach Dickens. I think the other key of this game is I don't think Cal Mum's as deep as they usually are. I'm interested to see how deep Dickens goes off the bench. Usually he's got a pretty deep squad. This year it doesn't seem to be. He's got those 3 top studs, and and that's about it. So it should be interesting.
Here we go, getting set for play, awaiting the national anthem in the starting lineups. Good crowd here inside the castle at Leroy High School. The cavalry in attendance, also the Leroy Knights cheer squad. So a lot of pomp and circumstance surrounding this game, as is usually the case with Calmum Leroy. We know that rivalry really started on the football field, but it's carried over to all sports. You know very well, being a Leroy alum.
I'd like to welcome you to
Yeah, it doesn't matter what sport it is. You know where they are, you know who they are, and you know a lot of these kids. They're right down the road. And
please stand, move your hands for the singing of the national anthem tonight by Katie Selfie.
So Katie Selfie to sing tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job, Katie. And just a few announcements to make. Smoking and the use of tobacco products, including
All right, so we are moments away from tip-off. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Now, PA announcer Jim Bonaquisti going through the pregame proceedings.
one of the best.
One of the best PA announcers in the area for sure. Also the shot clock operator tonight, so any discrepancies, you know where to
If you
turn.
need assistance at any time, we have supervisors at each end of the bleachers wearing a red vest. When sitting in the
Before we get too
bleachers,
deep into tonight's broadcast,
keep
of
the
course, we'd
aisles
like to thank the
clear.
Leroy administration for setting us
No
up.
food or drink allowed
Top
in
the bleachers
gym.
here. Great
New York
vantage
State
point
Public
for
High
this
School Athletic
exciting matchup.
Association and the Leroy District Inspector
So we'll take you through what each team has encountered this year leading into this game. For Calmum, they are 4-0, as Nate previously alluded to. Dansville, their first win, a 74-69 victory, followed by a win over Marcus Whitman, 59-56. Then Calmum beat Letchworth 63-51, and then they trounced Pavilion 85-40. For Leroy, they started the season with a win over School of the Arts 58-48, followed by their lone blemish of the season at the hands of Livonia 55-52. Then they beat Perry 62-41 and followed that up with a 66-52 victory over Warsaw. So here are the starting lineups, beginning with Evan Ranowitz for
Number
Calmum.
3, Scott Essick.
And as we
Number
said,
11,
Calmum,
Camden Reed.
coached by Dan Dickens. Leroy, coached by Matt
And number
Weinman.
24, Nate Dahl. Did I miss one? And number 4, I'm sorry, Kyle. Number 4, Kyle Wade.
Well, Jimmy Bonaquisti off to a great start. Forgot to announce Calmum's best player.
Maybe a little bit of gamesmanship there, getting in the head. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's Monday. Maybe he's just got a case of the Mondays.
Yep. But no,
Number
Jim
2,
does a
Maverick
great job. We
Benson.
all make mistakes. I'm sure Nate and myself won't be perfect tonight.
Number 3, Mitchell Hockey.
Speak for yourself.
Number 23, John Pantapano. Number 30, Merritt Holly Jr. And number 44, Finn Shelby.
So there are the starters for the Knights. We're ready to go, Nate.
Yeah, I gotta love the twin tower aspect for Leroy. A couple of guys whose parents I know very well and whose parents are also very tall. So
It's usually how it goes. Although,
well,
my parents are both short, and I have a brother who's 6'2". So, not really sure what happened there.
Finn Shelby's mom is not the tallest in the world, but his dad is very tall. So a lot of good genes running through the waters here in Leroy.
So here we go. Ball is up. We're ready to go from Leroy High School. The opening tip goes to Cal Mum. Here's Wade with it on the wing, back up top to Camden Reed. Reed over to Ranowitz, into the corner now. Back up top to Reed. Now, Wade can go off the dribble, and he can also jack from deep, and you see it there, off the mark. But he has the range to hit from beyond the arc.
Yeah, he can do a little bit of everything, and not surprising, Leroy with a man-to-man there to start the game.
So here are the Knights now.
Looks like we got Wade covering Howley down there in the post.
Holly down low, couldn't get it to go. And now the finish from Shelby. Count it, and the foul. He'll head to the line for one shot.
Well, like we said, we figured we're going to need some of those guys from Leroy, the role players to come in, and there's Shelby right off the bat with a nice rebound and putback.
So Shelby gets Leroy on the board, the first lead of this ball game, and makes the free throw. Here you can hear the cavalry getting into it on our left side, right when you walk into the gym. They do a great job, both on social media and here at the ball games for Leroy, as Ranowitz, the runner, for two.
Little press here, looks like a 1-2-1-1 press here.
Maverick McKenzie helping Hockey bring it up the floor. Hockey with it now, back up to McKenzie. Lob inside to Holly, but that's shut down by Wade along with Essig.
Yeah, you see Leroy's plan. They want to get it into Holly, and so far 2 possessions. Kyle Wade's done a nice job on him.
Also, that weak side help really helped knock that one away right there. So here are the Raiders now, trailing by a point. Essig with it at the elbow, hands it off to Ranowitz down the lane, and he's fouled. So Ranowitz will head to the line for 2 shots. A nice move getting in between defenders and finding his way all the way to the rim.
Yeah, he's not just a shooter. He can get in there, and he's quick off the dribble.
Shooter's roll for Ranowitz ties it up at 3. We're a minute 45 into this game. Ranowitz 2 for 2. Nice job breaking the press from the Knights as Hockey goes to the rim now, off glass, but not strong enough and couldn't get the finish. Essig with the rebound. Now the Raiders look to push. Wade pulls it back out, and he'll reset with Ranowitz, who jacks up a 3, and it's good. Ranowitz on the money, early going for the Raiders.
And with this press, even though you may not get a steal, what you're doing is taking all that time off of Leroy's offense that they're unable to get it into Barrett Holly.
So you saw the Knights struggling with the pressure there, and Coach Matt Weinman forced to call a timeout. As you see, the shot clock down to 24. Not sure why there wasn't a 10-second violation there, and Coach Dickens was asking the same.
Well, I believe he got the timeout before he stopped the clock.
So, of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. 585-308-0662 today for a quote. Affordable and reliable local service, containers of all sizes, and free delivery of those containers available. Bubba's Landscape, 768, excuse me, 6578. We have all your plowing needs. Set up your snow removal contract today for residential and commercial services. Also, Empire Tractor, we're here to help you grow. 5072 East Main Street in Batavia, 585-343-1822. And lastly, Sweet Betty's Restaurant and Ice Cream Shop, 15 Main Street in Leroy, 502-6084. So out of the timeout, Leroy will have it, and Calmon will call off the dogs, and they'll set up their half-court defense. But now, Ranowitz runs into the backcourt. Hockey flips it over to McKenzie. Tipped away, but McKenzie able to regain, and he's fouled a little bit too aggressive there from Camden Reed.
Well, that time they definitely went and doubled Merritt Holly in the post with Wade in front. So looks like they're switching up what they're doing every time here.
Holly along the baseline flips it to Penapeno, who gets the finish. John Penapeno on the board. 2-point ball game.
And that's the thing about Holly. He's not just a big guy with, he can put the ball on the floor. He can make passes. He's got great vision.
Calmon taking its time. 10 seconds have gone off the shot clock. Reed hands it to Wade. Wade inside. Nice look to Essig, but he couldn't get the handle on it. Now in the corner, Nate Dole is fouled. And the Leroy faithful not in favor of that call.
Well, and I believe that was on Holly, so that'll be his first.
Reed inbounds to Ranowitz. Dahl. Now Wade has it. Looked like it may have been a travel, but no call. Ranowitz down the lane, hanging, but couldn't find the rim. Air ball, and the Leroy Knights rebound it. Penapeno from the short corner. 2 quick buckets from Penapeno, and it's now all tied up at 7. Here come the Raiders quickly, and nice defense inside from Shelby.
Tough to go in there with those 2 big guys, even someone as good as Wade.
Penapeno inside to Shelby, went off his foot, but then off the foot of Reed, and Shelby able to collect it. McKenzie, now Hockey to Penapeno. Heat check, no good. Rebound to Ranowitz. Wade down the lane like a bull in a china shop, and he's fouled. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Obviously, Penapeno wasn't set, but, Wade looked definitely out of control there. I think that could have gone either way. I think whatever that was called, the opposing coach was going to disagree with that one.
With all that contact, tough to have a no call there, but I think I would have been in favor of a no call. He kind of just lost his footing and was out of control going in there, and there really wasn't much contact from the Leroy defender.
No, they both kind of fell, and as a side note, that's 2 on Penapeno already.
Wade misses the first. Makes the second. So Kyle Wade puts Calmon back in front. We are just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Shelby puts it on the floor. Nice move from him, but he couldn't get the finish. Reed to Ranowitz, back to Reed for 3. Too long. And the rebound goes to Leroy. Nice job collecting the loose ball. That was Andrew Pocock on the rebound. You'll see Leroy go deep into its bench. I think they play as many as 8 players, Nate.
Yeah, 8. They'll play 8 or 9, depending on the situation.
All the way to the rim and a finish. Nice looking finish from Alex Carnes.
Once again, on the other end, Kyle Wade, great defense on Merritt Holly.
Pocock tried the jumper, rejected by Wade, but Holly able to get the rebound and put it up and in. Essig rolled his ankle underneath. He'll walk it off. Coach Dickens not happy with his team's defense on that possession. Ranowitz over to Carnes. Carnes trapped, but able to get it to Ranowitz in the corner, who knocks down the three.
That's what he can do, and watch out if he gets hot.
So a 4-point lead for the Raiders. As Hockey gets it to Pocock. And a nice rebound from Shelby. The size from Leroy creating extra possessions.
Yeah, that's about the third time we've seen a putback bucket, or, they're definitely winning the offensive boards. There was a block. Look at Holly running the floor.
Holly comes to a jump stop, kicks it to Hockey, no good. Nice box out inside, but Maverick McKenzie couldn't get the rebound. Ranowitz, runner, no good. Holly on the rebound. Holly
Thought about it.
gets it away to McKenzie down the lane. Holly with it now. No good. Shelby, another offensive rebound. Someone's got to put a body on it. And a whistle for an injured Raider as Essig continuing to limp here.
Might have some blood, maybe a little blood on his leg. Maybe, no?
Nope, Nate's seeing things.
Well, usually they don't stop it right in the middle of play. He was hurt a minute and a half ago.
Yeah, agreed. So here we go. Raiders set to inbound. 1:30 remaining here in the first. Reed guarded closely by McKenzie. Ranowitz surveying the situation from the wing. Now Reed kicks it over to Carnes. Ranowitz, nice drive to the basket, but couldn't get the left-handed finish.
Definitely the size there from Finn Shelby made him alter that shot.
Hockey down the lane, nice pass. As Tony Piazza kicked it out to Shelby. Shelby inside now, McKenzie out to Piazza, thought about the three. And now it's Hockey with it. Under a minute to go, and Hockey's fouled by Reed on the floor.
Coach Dickens isn't going to like that. You play defense, good defense for 30 seconds, and kind of give up the cheap foul.
Checking in for the Raiders, Jeremy Raymond. His first action tonight. 41.2 on the clock, full shot clock for the Knights. Nice bounce pass to Shelby, fading away, no good. Rebound from Raymond, knocked out of bounds, and it's off of Raymond. But
Whoa.
Dickens up in arms about that call.
Oh, Danny's face is getting a little red. He definitely did not like that one.
Yeah, when Dickens' face matches the Calmum maroon, never a good sign. Piazza set to inbound, nearing a 5-second call, but able to get it into Holly. And he gets the finish inside, and Dickens again giving it to the official. That was a tough call, I think, underneath.
That was tough. You never, I mean, it's hard
And
to tell from
in that
ours.
position, you can't get any help from your partner who's
Nope.
up top and shielded. So Wade loses the handle, but able to get it back. 10 seconds remaining here in the first. Wade to Ranowitz for three. No good. Holly on the rebound, has it tipped away. Raymond at the buzzer. No good. So we head to the second quarter. It's a tie ball game, and this one living up to its billing at Leroy High School. So, of course, we'd like to thank our sponsor, our scoreboard sponsor, Casella Waste. Save your money, time and money, excuse me. Save your business time and money
There you go. Third time's a charm, huh?
on trash and recycling services. Also, Bubba's Landscape. They do shoveling and salting, all your snow removal needs. Accepting applications for snowplow drivers, loader operators, and sidewalk shovelers. So if you're looking for a job, Call Bubba's today. Also, Empire Tractor, we're here to help you grow. EmpireTractor.com, 5072 East Main Street in Batavia to see their selection. Sweet Betty's Restaurant and Ice Cream Shop. Betty at sweetbettys15main.com. That's the email, 15 Main Street in Leroy if you'd like to visit, and 585-502-6084 if you'd like to call. So, Nate, your impressions of the first quarter. It's a tie ball game, 13-all between the Knights and the Raiders.
Well, kind of like we said in the beginning, it's been more the role players. I think Wade's only got the 1 point. You know, Holly's got 2 buckets there, but, it's been the role players, and it's been Calmum's defense against Leroy, really making things difficult. A lot of Leroy's stuff has been putbacks and second chance buckets. So we'll see how each team adjusts here in the second quarter.
So a solid defensive frame from both sides, holding their opponent to 13 points, but Holly able to open the second with a basket.
Yeah, you get him the ball down there, that's going to be tough to stop. It was really the first time he's got it kind of clean down there in the post.
Yeah, not an ideal situation with the defender on Holly's back. I think they'd be more advantageous to have the defender fronting Holly with that weak side help, as we saw on the one play early in the first. Wade down the lane, no good, and he's fouled. So a chance here for Wade as the Raiders trail by a couple.
Well, you definitely see what Calmum's trying to do. They are trying to get these big guys in foul trouble if they can. They're going right at him. Another nice move from Wade to the basket there, too.
Quick coverage note, Nate. 2 Raiders in the Livingston County News Hot Corner this week and next week. Kyle Wade in this week and Evan Ranowitz next week.
I definitely miss when it was used to be called Hooker's Hot Corner, when former sports writer Kevin Hooker did it.
Yeah, definitely an interesting, polarizing name.
But I believe somebody complained that it was called Hooker's Hot Corner, so that went away, and now it's just back to the Hot Corner again.
So here we go. The Raiders have it. As Wade went 1 for 2 from the line, but he's able to get the finish there with a little bit of contact underneath from Shelby.
Once again, going right at the big guys of Leroy.
So the Raiders back in front as Hockey kicks it to Piazza for 3. Nothing but air, and Hockey able to track down the rebound. Lobbed inside once again to Holly with the defender on his back, and he's fouled by Wade. Wade didn't like that call.
Yeah, that to me, that looked like Wade was straight up. It looked like Holly kind of jumped right into him. It's a good idea from Holly, but I'm not sure that was a foul, and I believe Coach Dickens is thinking the same thing.
The official called it contact with the body, but I don't think Wade is buying what he's selling here.
Well, either way, it's a foul.
So 16-16, 6:55 remaining in the
Coach
second
Dickens
quarter.
about 5 feet under the court over there. He is not pleased.
Raiders with an extra defender. And Piazza fouls on the rebound as Carnes had the position.
And now we're getting the fouls. Great.
This one is slowed to a halt over the last few possessions. Ejected. And that's
Shelby with
gonna
the clean block there. I don't know if that's the best idea you want to try to do when you're about a foot shorter.
It's gonna stay with the Raiders. Wade in the corner. Up top to Raymond for 3. No good. Around the rim and out. Not much arc on Raymond's shot. Really like a line drive, but a good-looking jumper nonetheless.
Yeah, it looked like it was going into me.
Hockey for 3. Mitch Hockey from range. And the Knights have a 3-point lead, and that causes Coach Dickens to call a timeout as we take a quick break here at Leroy High School. So it's 19-16. We have 6:16 remaining Alex Brasky and Nate Ryder with you on this Monday in Genesee County.
Happy Monday.
Pretty nice night. It's kind of been an interesting start to the winter season. A lot of rain, a lot of wind.
A lot of wind. We had a bunch of ice on Saturday night. That was fun.
But hey, when the Bills are winning, it really doesn't matter the weather. The Bills win, you're happy. Ever heard the phrase, happy wife, happy life? It's kind of the same situation. Bills win, happy life.
Okay, if you say so. I could care less if the Bills win or not, but
Says the Washington football team fan, Nate
we
Ryder.
saw more. I think 3/4 of their coaching staff now has COVID, so they will be playing with the JV team tomorrow night.
Yeah, that game postponed to Tuesday. COVID running rampant.
I don't expect
throughout the
wins
NFL.
I don't expect wins out of them on a good day.
All right, so here we go. We resume action. Calmum with it out of the timeout. It's been a back and forth game. Both teams have had the lead at times. They've traded the lead several times. And the Raiders looking to inch a little bit closer, perhaps tie on this possession. Up top to Ranowitz. Down the lane. What a finish from Ranowitz. Falling and finishing, Evan Ranowitz.
I don't know. I think back in my day that was a travel, but
I don't think they changed the rule from your day, Nate. Shelby, a jumper. Finesse from the big man.
that was a nice move by Ranowitz, though. He has no fear in there going against those bigger guys.
And I'll tell you what, he just puts his body on the line in there, contorts it in the air, and finds a way to get off those layups. And what a save there from Ranowitz. The hustle.
Leroy's got numbers.
And here come the Knights. Hockey to Holly to Hockey. Guarded closely by Ranowitz. Inside to Shelby. Holly calling for it down low. The lob inside. A lot of contact. No call.
You know, it's a thing with a lot of young big guys.
Wade inside. Not sure if Shelby got a piece of that or not. Now here come the Knights. Hockey pushing it ahead to Holly, who finishes. Nice looking transition break there for the Knights. And Wade answers on the other end.
I will never finish that point. I was just going to say on that previous play, you saw Holly get it, and then he brought it down. You never, if you're that much bigger, keep your hands up, keep it up, and
As they say, chin it.
yes, the little guys could not get it without fouling if it's up that far.
Piazza for three. No good. Ranowitz has it on the wing, up top to Wade. Wade for three. No good. Holly on the rebound. Holly, deep three, no good. Wade couldn't get the handle, and now Piazza collects the loose ball, puts it up and in. Tony Piazza increases Leroy's lead. It's now a 5-point game, under 3:30 to go here in the first half.
You never really like to throw it back in under your own hoop. Never a good idea.
Wade. Nice job knifing through defenders all the way to the rim.
See, Wade's starting to heat up here a little bit. Getting a little more assertive offensively.
Hockey tipped away by Carnes, but Holly able to get the loose ball. And a nice finish with two defenders on him.
Man, he has some nice, nifty little moves in there for a young big man.
Inside to Ranowitz, lost it. Shelby gets the loose ball.
Whoa.
Piazza
That was definitely a travel.
to McKenzie to Shelby. Couldn't find it that time. Ranowitz from the block, no good. Shelby gets the rebound, and now here comes Hockey to lead the break. Hockey stops, pops, no good. Carnes on the rebound, and he's fouled by Piazza. Or no, I'm sorry, timeout called by the Raiders. So 2:07 to go. Here in the second quarter, it's a 5-point Knights lead. I'm impressed by this Leroy team, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, not so much offensively. You know, they do some things well, but they've really done a great job defensively. You know, other until the last few possessions, they've taken Wade out of the game pretty much. You know, and if you're holding the Cal-Mum team to 22 points with 2 minutes left in the first half, you're doing something right.
But I think you alluded to something that I'd like to see more of from Wade, being the aggressor, putting the ball on the floor, attacking the rim at will. I think far too often you find Wade in spurts, as great of a player as he is, and I mean, he probably averages near 20 points per game, but I think there's times where he could get more juice out of the orange. I think there's times that he kind of lays back and not necessarily passive, but he likes to be a facilitator where there are certain times where his team needs him to be more of the aggressor.
Yeah, and we've said this for the last couple of years with Kyle Wade. You know, more often than not, he's going to be the best player on the floor. So we've seen it the last minute and a half or so where he's taken, you know, a little more aggressive nature to the basket. And like you said, he likes to get everybody else involved, and, you know, I'm sure that's something Coach Dickens wants him to do, but, you know, at some point you just got to say, hey, you're the best one out here, and, you know, go take it yourself.
And it's tough to say that a player of his caliber and his accolades could get more out of what he has, but that's really how much respect I have for Kyle Wade's game.
Yeah, I mean, you usually see a high school kid who averages between 20 and 25 points a game, and you think, oh, they're just shooting a lot, they're selfish. And no, that's not this kid at all.
So Holly gets a loose ball, and what hustle from Carnes to get the Raiders an extra possession, but McKenzie spoils it, and now Penapeno with it near the rim, and he finishes. We hadn't seen Penapeno since he picked up his second foul, but right back into the game and right back into the scoring column.
Yeah, and Leroy definitely picks and chooses its time when he wants to run the floor. A lot of time they're going to use some clock and run their offense, but they can run the floor pretty well, too.
Essig fronted by Hockey. Nice defense and nice hustle. I'll tell you what, both of these teams diving all over the place for loose balls. You can't tell me these kids aren't dying to win this game.
No, definitely a well-played game here in the first half.
But Leroy starting to gain control, a 7-point lead, time winding down under a minute in this first half. Could be double digits by the end of this possession. McKenzie thought about the three. Instead, the short jumper, rebounded by Penapeno. Loose ball collected by Essig, and now here come the Raiders. Reed ahead, Carnes inside, the hoop and the harm, Shelby the foul. And Carnes cuts it to a 5-point game with a chance to make it 4.
That's a big swing of, momentum there. And that shot down on the other end by McKenzie, it looked like Holly was open. You would like to see him just dump it into the big guy. They miss that. They come back down, and now Shelby picks up his second foul.
Carnes makes the free throw. I also thought McKenzie should have taken the three. The three was wide open, and he put the ball on the floor, allowed the defender to close the gap, and it was really a contested jumper from the short corner. The three was open. Take the three. Shelby inside. Nice finish from Finn Shelby. He's had a fantastic first half.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those other players other than Merritt Holly that we said had to get in the action here quick to give Leroy a chance, and he's played exceptionally well this first half.
Under 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Wade turns it over. Here come the Knights. Holly in the open floor. Fouled, no good. Ranowitz saved a wide open layup, but now Holly with a chance with 2 shots with 3.8 remaining here in the second quarter. The Knights lead by 6.
I'm always looking for a big high school game dunk. I'm a big fan of that.
I think we have 4 or 5 kids maybe on these teams that could put it down, as they say.
I'm thinking definitely about 4.
excuse me, it was an 8-point lead. Or excuse me, I'm sorry.
Math, Brasky, math.
I was confused for a second. 7-point lead. Okay, Essig on the rebound. Wade, the three-quarter court heave, no good. The Knights excited as they head to the locker room with a 7-point advantage. And before we take a quick break, let us thank our sponsors. Beginning with Casella Waste. Casella will save your business time and money on trash and recycling services. Affordable and reliable local service. Containers of all sizes. Free delivery of those containers available. 585-308-0662 for a quote. Also, Bubba's Landscape in Leroy is 81 Lake Street, in Leroy. Bubba'sLandscape.net, 768-6578. We have all your plowing needs. Also, Empire Tractor, we're here to help you grow. A full selection of tractors and farm equipment, your local New Holland dealer. Now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors and farm equipment. Also, Sweet Betty's Restaurant and Ice Cream Shop. Full menu, desserts, and custard available as well. So we'd like to give you a little bit of the Leroy Cheerleaders performance here at halftime. Had to get our sponsors in, but the Cheering Knights getting after it here at halftime. Alex Bransky and Nate Ryder. We'll take a quick break from Leroy. 7-point lead for the Knights over the rival Raiders. All right, Nate, we're ready for the second half. Alex Brasky with Nate Ryder for the Batavia Daily News. It's been a good one. Leroy ahead by 7 over the rival Calmum Raiders. Finn Shelby, a nice first half. John Penapeno, a solid first half as well, along with Merritt Holly Jr. to lead the Knights to this advantage, while the Raiders got contributions from a number of different players. Obviously, Kyle Wade, Evan Ranowitz among them.
Yes,
So here we go. We're
Holly
ready.
Jr. and Randowitz both had 12 in that opening half. Finn Shelby had 9 points, and Wade had 8.
Inside, Scott Essig gets the Raiders on the board to begin the third quarter.
Essig quiet in the first half with that, looked like maybe an ankle injury.
Holly Jr. wide open under the basket. Not sure how that happens. 3 for Wade from the corner, no good. He hasn't had the range from deep in this game. Ranowitz tries the 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Evan Ranowitz continues his strong performance. And the Raiders a strong start. But Holly Jr. with a little Matumbo finger wave after
Yeah, I don't think that strategy of this press is really working out too well right now. Those are 2 pretty easy buckets for Holly Jr.
Wade to Ranowitz. Down the lane, no good. Rebound to Holly.
Once again, the Leroy size made him alter that shot. And good job by the Knights, too, not fouling, just putting their arms up. That's all they need to do when they're that much bigger.
Penapeno to Shelby. Near the elbow, but right back out to Penapeno. Now up
Tell
top.
them almost
Hockey
daring
with it.
Leroy to shoot the ball.
Holly out to McKenzie, no good. McKenzie gets his own rebound, kicks it to Hockey, deep 3. Mitch Hockey knocks it down, and Leroy's lead is up to 9. Calmum had it down to 4, but right up to 9 in the Knights.
What an interesting possession, because Calmum was basically daring Leroy to shoot the ball, at least Penapeno and McKenzie. And they didn't take it. They worked it around and got the ball back on the offensive board, and Hockey nailed that 3.
So Mitch Hockey from the parking lot, it was like an NBA three-pointer, knocks it down. 9-point lead for Leroy, and there's 6:22 remaining in the third, and Coach Dickens forced to call a timeout. Not happy with his team's effort, perhaps. But really, there's nothing you can do. Knights knocking down shots, finishing inside, playing defense. Nice effort from Leroy tonight.
Well, Calmum went with that press to start the half, and Leroy was ready for it and got those 2 easy buckets. So
Inside to Essig, collects a loose ball. Looked like it could have been a double dribble.
yeah, that looked like it got caught on his hip a little bit.
That one tipped by Ranowitz, tosses it back in. Reed able to secure it. Now the Raiders swing it over to Ranowitz, no good. Wade on the rebound, down the lane. Nice jumper from the short corner from Dole.
Yeah, you get that many chances at a bucket, you're bound to score eventually.
Wade streaking down the floor. That's a charge. Hockey was waiting for Wade under the basket, and Wade went right into his chest. Hockey takes the charge, and the Knights take back over.
Yeah, lowered his shoulder and looked like he extended his arm a little bit just for good measure.
McKenzie gets it over the timeline. Now Hockey inside to Holly from Penapeno, and it's good. Essig up top through defenders. That's a jump ball. And possession arrow to the Knights. So it's back to that 9-point Leroy lead. This is, I believe, their largest advantage of the night. Penapeno from the free throw line, and it's good. He's got a nice-looking jumper, Nate.
Yeah, he's played really well the first 4 games of the year, and he was off to a great start tonight before the foul trouble, but I think he's up to 8 or 9 points right now.
And you can see why Coach Weinman, as Wade misses the 3 and Penapeno gets the rebound, you can see why he kept him on the bench for so long with those 2 fouls. His presence down the stretch, incredibly valuable for this Leroy team. Shelby to Holly.
What a move by the big man.
And Ranowitz tried to take the charge, but Holly able to navigate his way around him, and the floater in the lane for 2.
That's tough for a guard to do, and he just saw a 6'5" big man just kind of float around him.
And a charge. Finn Shelby takes the charge. And it's going the other way.
I believe that's a 3rd foul on Wade. You're not going to see him come out of the game unless it's absolutely necessary.
So it's now a 13-point Leroy lead. They are in firm control of this one. And the Raider regime also in attendance tonight, trying to will its team back into the ball game. They need a defensive stop here in the worst way. Looked like it may have been a travel, but no call. Shelby couldn't find the rim, and now Wade on the rebound. Pushes it ahead. Carnes on the lay-in. Big bucket for the Raiders. Stops the bleeding.
Yeah, they definitely needed that. Shelby was just a little off kilter there down in the other end. And a nice run out by Caledonia.
John Penapeno. He's been on fire throughout this game. Knocks down the corner 3. And now Leroy with its largest lead at 14 points. But a big response from Evan Ranowitz, the 3 from the wing.
Man, Ranowitz can shoot, can he?
Yeah, he's a good player. He was 3rd on our list in terms of Kelmum's contributors, but I think you got to place him 2nd in terms of offensive threats. His ability to get to the basket, his ability to knock it down from range and distribute, he can really do it all. And he plays tough defense and hustles, so really does it all.
He has pretty much single-handedly kept this one within striking distance.
His energy on the floor really contagious as the pass inside to Wade, fading away, can't get the finish.
Tough shot over a very tall Finn Shelby.
Shelby on the wing into the corner. McKenzie for 3, no good.
Talk about line drives.
Costly turnover from the Raiders there as they had cut it to 11, had a chance to bring it underneath double digits, and now Hockey going to the line for 2 shots with a chance to increase it to 13.
Yeah, those are tough. Obviously I'm sure Coach Dickens told them, you want to get out and run, so you kind of negate the big guys, but you got to do it smartly as well. It's pretty easy interception there for Hockey on that play.
Hockey 2 for 2, back to a 13-point advantage for the Knights. After that back and forth start to this game, it's really been all Leroy since about the midpoint of that 2nd quarter.
That was interesting play. You love the hustle by McKenzie, but you just let that ball go, it's your ball. Because there's going to be a backcourt. There's nobody touched it. You like the hustle of him going after it.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to be aware of the situation and have that presence of mind. Then again, coaches always say, if you're going to make a mistake, make it at full speed, and that was certainly the case there. Carnes with the finish.
Carnes, another one of the role players, playing well tonight.
Penapeno inside to Shelby, right back out, open three, no good. Raiders have left him open too often, I think. He's really had a few uncontested shots from outside, and he's playing with fire as Wade, the big, strong finish inside. 55 seconds remaining in the third, and it's really now or never for the Raiders as they look to gain some momentum off of what they hope will turn into a three-point play here as the Knights call for timeout. And we tell you about our sponsors, beginning with our scoreboard sponsor, and that is Casella Waste. Nate might need the oxygen over here, choking on his own spit. So Casella Waste, your number one service provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Call Casella. Check out great rates on local waste removal. Casella, your number one provider, and is always putting your waste to work. 308-0662 today for a quote. Also, Bubba's Landscape in Leroy. We have all your plowing needs. We do it all, from landscaping to shoveling and salting. Set up your snow removal contract today for commercial and residential services. Bubba's Landscape, 585-768-6578. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is also proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of mowers, tractors, and utility vehicles. Also, Sweet Betty's restaurant and ice cream shop, serving lunch, dinner, homemade desserts, 30 flavors of Perry's ice cream, soft custard, and wine slushies. Check them out on their Facebook page for daily specials, open every day except Tuesdays. Happy holidays from Sweet Betty's. Also, be sure to tune in on Wednesday for our next live stream, Warsaw versus Letchworth, 7:30 p.m. So it's a 9-point game. Our scoreboard reads 7 points. We'll get that adjusted. Carnes, a tough rebound, and he's fouled as Wade couldn't complete the three-point play, but the Raiders will get an extra possession here. So things starting to get interesting here. Under a minute to go in the third. It's under a double-digit lead. And now the Raiders with a chance to cut even deeper into that deficit.
Well, you definitely knew Calmon just wasn't going to fold and, get ready to go home.
Ranowitz tipped away by Hockey. It'll stay with Calmon. It's a 9-point ball game. Not many fouls to speak of, so that's really not a concern yet this half. 3 on the Raiders, 2 on the Knights. Wade lobbed inside to Essig, and he can't get the finish, but gets his own rebound. Second chance, no good on that one. Another save, but this time the Raiders can't come up with it. Here come the Knights now. Hockey breaking things down with Carnes on him.
Well, you see Calmon starting to outwork Leroy on the glass a little bit. Both Shelby and Holly have played this whole game, so there's got to be a little bit of tiredness coming in here.
Lobbed inside, Holly, 2 men on him, and he gets the finish. Reed and Wade on him, and Holly still able to finish, but a foul on Holly on the other end as Carnes tumbling to the floor. He'll head to the line for 2.
Great work by Calmon getting that ball down fast because there's about 5 seconds left.
11-point game. Calmon with a chance to take it under double digits once again. Carnes connects on the first. Carnes no good, and time will expire in the third quarter. It's a 10-point advantage for Leroy. We head to the fourth. Knights looking to take home a big league victory. So we'd like to thank our sponsors once more, beginning with Casella Waste. do a great job sponsoring all of our live broadcasts here at the Batavia Daily News. So big thanks to Casella Waste. Also, Bubba's Landscape, another strong sponsor for the Batavia Daily News. 768-6578, Bubba's Landscape, 81 Lake Street in Leroy. Also, Empire Tractor. They've been a big supporter of ours over the years as well. Empire Tractor, we're here to help you grow. Sweet Betty's Restaurant and Ice Cream Shop, proud supporter of Leroy Knights Athletics. Right here in Leroy at Sweet Betty's Restaurant and Ice Cream Shop. So we head to the fourth, 10-point lead for Leroy. 3 fouls for each side, so not near the bonus yet. And if I'm Kel Mum, I think I start attacking the basket at will, trying my best to get to the free throw line, because offensively it's really been a tough slog for them.
Yeah, either that or, really try to speed it up. Try to get out and run the floor a little more. Like I said, take those big guys kind of out of play.
Yeah, but then again, the tough thing is these big guys for Leroy, they can run the floor. They're
This is
not
true.
plodding big men as you see sometimes. They're really fleet of foot, as they say. Good patience from Shelby in there. Men on him, able to use that pivot foot off glass and in.
Yeah, these big guys from Leroy, they're definitely skilled around the basket.
I was just going to say that. They really know the game well and show great patience and poise when they have the ball underneath. Penapeno has it knocked away, and now Ranowitz on the run. Evan Ranowitz down the lane, no good. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Raiders. So they face a 12-point deficit now. Carnes knocked away. It'll stay with Kelmo. Wade along the baseline. A blocking foul called on McKenzie. So Wade able to find himself at the line. He's struggled a bit from the line tonight. Missed a few. Not sure of his percentage, but I recall him from last year being a high percentage free throw shooter. And that is the case there as he knocks it down.
Yeah, and like you said, Kalmum really in this first minute of the fourth quarter, really attacking the basket, not settling for jumpers.
Wade, 2 for 2. So when the Raiders need it, Wade comes up big with a couple of free throws. A little bit of pressure as Carnes is face guarding Hockey.
Once again, they are sagging off and pretty much daring anybody but Mitch Hockey to shoot the ball.
Shelby to Penapeno inside to Holly. Offensive foul. Ranowitz takes the charge. It's going the other way. And Coach Weinman looking for an explanation here, as he was not in favor of that call.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure about that one. I know there's no restricted area in high school, but it's kind of an unwritten kind of rule. But hey, whatever, play on.
Essig, nice spin, but he lost control of the ball and had to force up kind of a awkward looking shot and couldn't find the range. Now Hockey breaking things down, and a ticky-tack foul called on Carnes. Not much there.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more contact that wasn't called than right there.
I'm not sure what the official saw there. Penapeno inside to Holly. And Merritt Holly Jr. continues to pick the Raiders apart from inside.
Just too big. It was good defense by Caledonia. They had him surrounded, but
Wade inside, and he can't finish. That's really been the difference in the game. And how is there no foul there?
that was definitely more of a foul than we've seen in a couple of the other ones.
Maybe he got the ball first, but I could have swore I heard some contact there from all the way up here. But as I was saying, that's really been a big difference in this game. The Raiders' inability to finish at the rim and the Knights' ability to finish at the rim.
The other thing you got to say, some of these looks by the guards into the big men have been really good tonight. You've seen 2-3 people surrounded Holly, and they're finding a way to get it into him most of the time.
And I think that's a big reason why you're seeing the Raiders face guard hockey. He really hasn't contributed one of his best point production nights, but like you said, he's facilitating that ball from the perimeter, and Holly's so big, if you can put it in that radius, he can go up and get it. And hockey's been able to do that with consistency. McKenzie, nice finish inside. And that's a block. And I'm not so sure about that call. That's a classic case of a big man not getting the offensive foul call because he's bigger than the offensive player.
Yeah, that to me looked definitely like a charge. And
as we hear a Leroy fan yell, that is insane. Absolutely insane.
More importantly, that's 4 fouls on Merritt Holly Jr.
Yeah, there's been some questionable calls here tonight. It's been largely a well-officiated game, but there have been a few individual calls that have been a bit questionable. The ticky-tack reach-in over here didn't really impact the game much, but this one certainly does. As Calmum trying desperately to claw its way back into the game, as Calmum calls now for a timeout, trailing by 13 with 5:08 to play.
We'll see how long Coach Wyman goes with Merritt Holly Jr. on the bench. Granted, 5 minutes left, you're up by 13, so you definitely have some room to play with here. But you don't want a Caledonia team with, this good of players, creeping into this with, say 5-6 points with a couple minutes left while your best player's sitting on the bench.
Like you said, it's been a tough night for both Shelby and Holly Jr. They've been on the floor, I think, the entirety of the game.
Yeah, that was the first time one of them went out right there.
So a lot asked of these two. Holly, just a sophomore. Shelby, a senior. And you hinted at it in your pregame spiel. Holly, a 41-point performance just the other night. Leroy in good hands for years to come.
And he's averaging, I believe, around 25 points and about 12, 13 rebounds a game. And, for a sophomore, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, coming into this game, through 4 games, Merritt Holly Jr. had scored, I have it here, one moment, 115 points. So, whatever that is, I'm not...
a little under 30 points a game.
I'm not a mathematician, as we found out earlier. But here come the Knights in firm control, but that's tipped away by Carnes. Reed tried to save it, but it will stay with Leroy.
Another kind of ticky-tack foul. That'll put Leroy... Oh, no, never mind. I was looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard. It's only the 5th foul on Caledonia.
So here it is. Through 4 games, Merritt Holly Jr., 115 points and 52 rebounds. Wow. He'll add to those totals quite considerably with his performance here tonight.
Looking at a little less than 30 points a game, and you said 52 rebounds?
Yeah.
That'll be 14 boards a night. See that quick math there?
Yeah, you're Johnny on the spot or on the ball, whatever you want to say.
No calculator, no nothing. Didn't even have the phone out.
Look at you. Shelby fading away, no good. Wade on the rebound. Raiders push it up the floor and get it to Essig for the layup. Now an 11-point game nearing the midpoint of this 4th quarter. The Raiders need to make their run right now. Piazza around the back. Kicks it to Hockey. Guarded closely by Ranowitz.
Leroy absolutely running clock here with Merritt Holly on the bench.
Kenzie. Penapeno inside to Shelby. Kenzie cutting down the lane, no good, and a blocking foul. I think that's the correct call there. Kind of hit him on the way down.
He was a little late on the whistle, but I believe that one was the correct call. Good job by Leroy, taking about 30 seconds off the clock and then getting to the free throw line.
An interesting connection that we failed to mention, Nate. JV coach for the Leroy boys, Anthony Macaluso, the former Perry varsity coach, coached hockey when hockey went to Perry.
Yes.
And now assisting Coach Weinman and coaching the JVs with hockey at Leroy. Kind of an interesting sequence there for those two.
And sitting next to him, his father, who sells me my vehicles.
There you go. So 11-point game, under 4 minutes to go. Wade pulls up, rejected by Shelby. If I'm Coach Weinman, I put Holly back into the game. There's 3:30 to go. You're up by 11. This is really winning time right now. You put him back in the game, you increase that lead. You may not even need him down the stretch. Wade.
That's it.
And looks like one ref has a travel, the other has a foul. We're going to have a discussion here. We'll see who wins out. One of the coaches is not going to be very happy about this. And it's a travel. So the official underneath, right next to the play, had a foul, and the official up top near the midcourt line had a travel.
And I believe that's exactly what Coach Dickens is saying, along with the expletives thrown in, is that how do you make that call from up here when he made it right down here? And I believe he's got a point.
The official who overruled that call has had a tough game tonight.
You know, Coach Dickens wasn't arguing the call per se, but how do you make that call from way out there?
Yeah, he's had a rough stretch here. So here we go. Timeout. 3:14 remaining, and we'll get to our sponsors. Casella will save your business time and money on trash and recycling services. Also, Bubba's Landscape, we have all your plowing needs. Empire Tractor, we're here to help you grow. And Sweet Betty's Restaurant and Ice Cream Shop. So do you think we'll see Holly re-enter the game here, Nate?
He was actually coming in right then when Coach Wyman decided to take the timeout, so he will be back in the game. You've kind of noticed, granted they're trying to kill clock, they're doing something different, but the offense just didn't seem to flow as well without him on the floor. Because I believe it gave Caledonia the freedom to do a little more there offensively, or defensively, should I say.
One other thing we failed to mention, a loss for this Calmum team. Mark Poles Harrison. I believe that was the Poles Harrison who...
Was it the taller one?
I believe so, because I believe
Yes,
there's Bobby and Mark.
I believe Bobby is the smaller one.
And Mark was a quality player for this Calmum team last season. I believe a starter, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that.
I believe he came off the bench.
But he was a contributor and not on the bench tonight and not on the roster. So that's... Or no, on the roster, I'm sorry. My apologies, but not on the bench. So maybe dealing with an injury.
Usually injuries, you're with your team regardless. So.
Yeah, I think I see him in the student section, Nate.
Oh, yes.
I think he's got a walking boot.
He has a walking boot, but wouldn't you normally sit with your team? I don't know. Well, anyway, interesting play there by Caledonia. They kind of intentionally fouled McKenzie. And now McKenzie has 3 very poor foul shots.
Carnes around the horn. Essig with it now. So yeah, my apologies. Mark Poles Harrison on the roster, but injured. So that's definitely a key loss, especially in this game with such size for Leroy. They could have certainly used him. We'll have to track down some information and find out how long he'll be out and if he'll be back this season. I blame you for not having that information. Reed on the steal and the finish. Cal Mum has it within 9. Hockey off the dribble, lobbed inside, went off the backboard, but Shelby, nice turn.
Great box out there
But he couldn't
by
get the
Camden
finish.
Reed.
Carnes, no good. McKenzie fighting for the rebound with Ranowitz, and it's going to be a jump ball. It will stay with Cal Mum, and Ranowitz is down.
He'll
Face
get up.
down on the court, but he's able to get up. That didn't look good for a moment. He was face down on the court. Looked like he had passed out, but seems to be okay.
I think he's good.
So it is within a 9-point Leroy advantage, and time winding down on the Raiders. Wade gets the inbound all the way to the basket and the finish. And you see there the foul trouble for Holly impacting his defense as he's just standing with his arms up rather than contesting that layup from Wade. So a 7-point game, 1:44 to go, a foul called, and the Knights will head to the line. They are in the bonus.
Still a 1-1 though, and we've seen Leroy miss some foul shots here recently. See Coach Wyman take out Maverick McKenzie. As good as a ball handler and doing whatever that he's done, he's struggled at the line tonight, so probably a good move there by Coach Wyman.
Penapeno, good on the first. And 2 for 2. That's the man you want at the line if you're the Knights.
Yeah, I would say either him or Hockey.
Ranowitz takes the 3. Holly contesting, no good. Shelby on the rebound, loose ball, jump ball. It's going to go to Leroy.
Gonna have to start bringing a cushion to these games. Forget how hard these seats are.
So 1:31 to play. Leroy looking to salt this one away.
They're
But the
definitely
Raiders come up
struggling.
with the takeaway, and now Carnes all the way to the rim, can't get the finish. And I'll tell you what, the Raiders have missed far too many layups in this game. They've been contested, they haven't been easy layups, but they just cannot find their finishing touch at the rim, and that's really hampered them throughout this game.
No, and a few of them in the last couple of minutes when this press has really, kind of wreaked havoc with Leroy here. They haven't struggled with it before, and I know that Cal Mum's ramped it up a little bit with the energy, but really forcing a lot of turnovers here, a lot more than you'd like to see. And like you said, a couple of those missed layups, and you got a 5-point game here.
So once again, before this contest comes to a close, we'd like to thank our sponsors as well as the Leroy administration for setting us up. Top the bleachers, great vantage point here. A little tough to shoot over the bars to the left, but you're able to see the floor and take in this exciting game here tonight. Much more exciting if you're a Knights fan, as they appear just over a minute away from a big victory over the previously unbeaten Raiders. Never say never, but Leroy's been in control throughout much of the game, and a 9-point advantage seems to be too little too late for the Raiders.
And I think Leroy, it's a big win for them if they close it out, confidence-wise. This is a Leroy team that, hasn't had many quality wins over good opponents the last few years. Even though they've had some wins, but a win over Caledonia would definitely boost their confidence a little bit.
And Wade takes that one away. Easy layup for Kyle Wade, and just as we say that, it's now a 7-point game.
Yeah, more turnovers on this press. They're definitely struggling.
And I think what Cal Mum was saying there, one of the Cal Mum players collected the rebound out of bounds underneath, and another player came to take the
One of the
inbound.
Leroy
Yes, I'm
players.
sorry. One of the Leroy players collected the rebound, and then another Leroy player came to take it from him to provide the inbound pass, but the one Leroy player passed it from out of bounds to inbounds, and then that player took it out of bounds again.
Yeah, you
Did
see.
I explain that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, to me, I know what you're talking about. Because believe it or not, I remember that happening to us when I played in high school. We had the same thing happen to us, and it was called. So usually, a lot of these out of bounds plays, you don't get many calls. I don't think they're really looking at things like that, and a lot of times you'll see kids stepping on the line, and
But, I mean,
but technically, yes,
that
you're right.
was out of bounds.
that-
You
are
what you're
correct.
supposed to do in that situation, the player going to retrieve it, run out of bounds and meet him and hand the ball off.
Yes.
I think that should have been out of bounds in a big spot. 7-point game, under a minute to go. You're right. Officials aren't looking for that. That's a tough call to make in the heat of the
But you are
moment.
correct.
But I think that was out of bounds. Hockey passes it half of the court to Holly, who kicks it right back out. And the Raiders don't want to foul Hockey, but he's whistled for a call there, and I'm not so sure that was a foul. Did Wade want to foul there?
Yeah, I heard Coach Dickens yell somebody foul. So
Okay.
I think when you're getting down to this point, you can't pick and choose who you're going to foul.
Oh, and a big miss from Hockey. Here come the Raiders with a chance. Down 7, 30 seconds to play. Wade down the lane. Floater, no good. Rebounded by Holly, and he's fouled by Ranowitz. So a big chance there from the Raiders, and they couldn't take advantage. Yeah, you don't see Hockey miss many free throws, Nate. Now Shelby at the line. That was an interesting call, too, as that foul could have been called on, or the official could have sent probably Holly or Shelby to the line there.
Yeah. I believe Shelby was the one who hit the floor, so I think that's why they...
And then Ranowitz is like hanging off the arm of Holly. So Shelby can't make the second, and time running out on Calmon. Carnes inside, finish. And a timeout called with 19 seconds to play.
Well, they got it down to a two-possession game, so you do never know. I mean, a steal and a three, and stranger things have happened.
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. Casella, your #1 service provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Call Casella and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. And I'm sorry, I went out of order with my read, so that was Empire Tractor. And if we could, Nate, can we go back to Bubba's Landscape? My apologies. Sorry about that. And Bubba's Landscape, all your plowing needs, we do it all from landscaping to shoveling and salting. Set up your snow removal contract today for commercial and residential services. Also, Sweet Betty's Restaurant and Ice Cream Shop, serving lunch, dinner, homemade desserts, 30 flavors of Perry's ice cream, soft custard, and wine slushies. Check them out on their Facebook page for daily specials. So the final 19 seconds of play here from Leroy High School. The Knights looking to put the finishing touches on what is likely to be a big win over the Raiders. So foul called. Knights will head to the line. 6-point game. These are big free throws for Finn Shelby.
Yeah, you like to see him hit at least one of these, make it a 3-possession game, and kind of start to take a deep breath a little bit.
Shelby sinks the first. And the second. So that's going to just about do it as Leroy now leads by 8. McElmum will look to go quickly. Wade to the rim and the finish, and a timeout called.
Oh, come on, Dan.
By the Raiders. 6-point game with 10 seconds to go. Going to need a Reggie Miller play here, if anything, where you score like 6 points in 5 seconds. But we'll take a quick break as we await the final seconds here. So, Nate, your impressions of both teams here tonight?
Well, I think, I think for Leroy, you have to be impressed with, the big guys. You have to be impressed with what they're able to do down there. And, they're not just big, they're skilled. They play defense well, they rebound well. Actually, the whole Leroy team played defense well tonight. I think they did a good job of, taking Kyle Wade out of the game. And, for Caledonia, obviously you have Wade. You saw some great stuff here out of Ranowitz tonight. Essig has been very quiet tonight. I don't know if that injury was part of it, but, if he does normally what he does, these guys are going to be here. They're going to be down there at the end of the season getting, playing for a title.
Yeah, Essig, I'm sorry, Nate. Essig, I think, was neutralized by the size of Leroy. Typically, he would be one of the biggest players on the floor, tallest players on the floor, excuse me, but with Holly and Shelby on the floor, that is simply not the case tonight.
Yeah, and, the other thing we've seen from both these teams is neither one is very deep. Leroy's only played one or maybe two guys off the bench all night, maybe just one. I believe the only one we've seen off the bench was Piazza, I believe. And, for Caledonia, not many off their bench as well, so. And what do we have going on here?
Discussion between the officials. Perhaps
the guy who fouled out. Don't know why that took so long.
Reed is out of the game. 5th foul on Camden Reed. Hockey, no good. Missed a couple of free throws here down the stretch, Nate.
Yeah, Leroy's struggling a bit here down the stretch at the line.
And Hockey able to knock that one down. Wade to inbound. The final 5 seconds of play. The Raiders throw it out of bounds. That's going to do it here from Leroy. Alex Brasky and Nate Ryder. A big win for Leroy. They'll take it by a final score of 64-57. Thank you for joining us here from Leroy High School. And thank you to our sponsors for helping us bring you tonight's game. Signing off, we'll see you next time.